everybody's having a great day. I hope you guys are all doing well. And I just wanted to come and give you guys this look. I know I've been off for a while, but here we are. This is going to be a little bit of a talk through today. So don't forget to hit the notification bell so you can know every time that I post a new video. Go ahead and hit the subscribe button if you haven't already. And don't forget to leave a comment down below what you guys want to see next. So let's go ahead and just jump right into the video. Let's get started. It's been forever since I've done a video, but I wanted to get on here and I wanted to just do a little get ready with me, kind of talk through, see how everybody's doing. It's been like over a month and a half since I've done it. I'm just kind of jumping back into it. I've been super busy. I have all this stuff with the business and with work, and I've just been having a crazy little season here. So apologies about not being on too much, but I'm just gonna go ahead and jump right into it. So I'm gonna be, my shade right now is really weird. Colors that I have for like the summer are too dark, and the colors that I have for the winter are too light, and I don't know, it's just been a mess. So I've been kind of mixing colors. I've been mixing e.l.f. Camo, the 16-hour camo concealer in light peach, and this C7 in a Makeup Revolution, the concealer. So I kind of been doing my makeup a little bit different lately too. I've been doing concealer and contour first, and then I put my foundation on, so that's what I'm going to do today. So I guess it's a little different. And I'm just going to kind of dab this lighter shade just to bring a little bit of brightness in. I don't want to overdo it because this is really light. You'll see how it blends out after. It's really bright. I'm gonna blend this in. The mirror's right here, so if I'm looking down a lot, that's what I'm trying to look at. I look so ridiculous with this on like this. And these concealers kind of dry down really fast, so you definitely want to go ahead and blend it out before you put all that contour. So as I'm doing this, I know it looks really harsh and really bright and weird right now. I'm gonna flip the sponge around and I'm just gonna kind of blend it. Remember, we're gonna go in with the contour anyway, so don't worry too much if it looks too harsh. It's gonna look a little crazy at first. But I'm just blending all the edges in as we go. I think that's the trick, is just blend as you go. So see, that looks a little better. Now I'm gonna add the contour. I've actually been using my contour. This is the color Caramel, and this is the Wet n Wild Photo Focus foundation. And I really love this color. It's kind of a little bit darker than it's darker than my skin tone, about 2 shades darker. But I really like the way that it looks underneath the foundation. So I'm gonna take this on a brush. I don't recall where this brush came from, but it's really good, and I like that it's small and domed, and it blends really nice. So I'm gonna hit all the points that I want to contour. The color Caramel, and this is the Wet n Wild Photo Focus foundation. And I really love this color. It's darker than my skin tone, about 2 shades darker. But I really like the way that it looks underneath the foundation. So I'm gonna take this on a brush. I don't recall where this brush came from, but it's really good, and I like that it's small and domed, and it blends really nice. So I'm gonna hit all the points that I want to contour, and just making sure that I'm not putting too much product on my face. I'm wanting to start doing makeup on models, so if you guys want to come through, if you live in Colorado, you want to get your makeup done, let me know. You can film it. So as you can see, this is already giving like a nice little contour to the face. like I said, I always bring it down the neck. You want everything to blend, especially, I don't know what I'm wearing today yet, so I'm just gonna make sure that it's gonna blend all the way into the neck if I'm wearing something a little lower. Okay, then I'm gonna use this, this is LA Girl Pro Concealer. This is really good, I used to use this all the time. This is in the color Toast, and I'm gonna give myself a little bit of lip contour right now. So I'm always putting it first on the back of my hand, so I'm not putting too much product on my face. And then I'm just gonna line. Honestly, I love this as a lip liner. I think it's really great, and I think that it does the job probably better than any lip liner you could use, and it just blends out really nice, and I just love the way that it looks. I always throw like a lip gloss over. Sometimes I'll do a lip liner, sometimes like a little nude lipstick, you'll see, but that was just part of my contouring. So now I'm going to do my foundation. So right now I'm in the color Cream Beige, and once again I'm just gonna throw some of this in the back of my hand. I don't use too much because I don't want my face to look really cakey. I know that it seems like a lot of makeup, but that's just the way that I prefer to do it. So I'm gonna use this side of the sponge. I'm gonna go in here and I'm gonna just kind of really get that product in there, and then I'm gonna go through on the face and just dab. And I don't like to use too much product because I want the highlight and contour to still be noticeable. I don't want to have to go through and re-contour and re-highlight and all of that. I just want to be able to just kind of blend in what I've already done here. So I'm really not using that much product. I'm going to add just a little bit more because remember, the sponge will soak up some of your product. So if you just do like one or two little pumps, then it's going to soak up a lot of that. See, it's already gone on the sponge. So when I blend, I kind of like to blend in between the contour and highlight because remember, the contour color that I used was a foundation. So I don't have to really go over that too much. I just want to marry everything in together so that it looks really nice and seamless. And I'm not going to really go under the eye because I already did my concealer. So I am going to go over the nose though, just a little bit in the corners, just to blend those colors in. Then I'm going to go through with this light peach shade, and I'm going to put some on the back of my hand, just a little tiny bit. I want my under eyes to be a little bit brighter, but I'm going in with the side that I used the foundation on, so it's not going to be too bright. It's not going to overpower. And I'm just going to hit right in the corner of my eye, just to brighten it up a little bit. You see what that did? It just brightened just a tiny bit. Going with my air spun right now, making sure that everything under my eyes is nice and blended, because anything you put powder on top of is going to stay. Now it's not going to move at all, so you definitely want to make sure that you have everything on your face blended that you want blended. So I'm going to throw some of this just in that lid, and I'm going to use another sponge. This is a dry sponge, and I'm going to go under my eyes with this and kind of like start the baking process a little bit. then if you want to bake the nose too, just kind of put a little bit extra right there. Everywhere that you put highlight, you definitely want to put some powder. And then what I've been doing is, I used to just really be heavy on the face with this powder, but lately I've been taking this big, huge brush from Moda. It's really, really nice. And I've just been dipping it into that powder and then kind of dabbing it off. And then just dabbing all over the face with it. Just pressing it in. Remember, we don't want to look cakey. My skin gets oily after a while, so I do have to set the whole face. Some people don't, like if you like a more dewy look, but I just prefer to be a little bit more matte, so. Now I'm going to grab my tried and true. This is the one I've been using forever. I need a new one. But I'm gonna take that and I'm gonna take this stippling brush from Eco Tools. I'm gonna use the first two colors. And I'm just gonna go in wherever I laid down that contour. I'm just gonna kind of further contour a little bit more. And this is just kind of setting this too, wherever you contoured. The stippling brush is really nice because it's not going to put too much product on either. You don't need a lot of product to get the look that you're going for. Okay. Then I'm going to take this little detailing brush, I don't know if you can see, and I'm going to take those same two first colors, and I'm not going to swipe, I'm going to dab right where I want my little contour to be. Just going to dab a little bit on there. And I always bring some into the brow too, just a little bit underneath the nose as well. And I don't know why, it just makes me feel better to blend. I really hate when the nose looks like it's just got lines all over it. So I try to be very mindful of that. Okay. Next thing we're gonna do is brows. So I've been using the Tattoo Studio in Deep Brown, the pomade. I'm going to take this spoolie, I'm just going to comb the brows up. Then I'm going to take the end, and I want to make sure that this is really clean, because this way you're going to get a thinner line, because I like to draw the little hairs. So, and I'm not going to put too much product, I'm really going to use just a very little bit of product. Especially for this part, because what I'm going to do is I'm going to draw the brows. The little hairs in the front. Lightly. And kind of work it into the top. I've been trying so hard to grow my brows a little bit more. Gonna bring the tail of the brow down a lot. I'm gonna kind of keep it a little bit higher because it'll give your eye shape like a more winged look. If you start going too low with that pomade, it's just gonna drag the eye down. You don't want to do that. always soften it with the spoolie. And then we're gonna do the other side off camera. Okay, next thing I'm gonna do is I'm gonna use my Makeup Revolution concealer, and I'm gonna use this Very Loved brush by Morphe. It's really, really good for doing underneath the brows. I'm gonna put the product on the back of my hand once again. And I'm just gonna start tapping it on. This shade I feel like is closer to my actual skin tone, so it's not gonna be too bright underneath the brows, but it's gonna do the job. I don't want it to be too bright anyway. You could use a brighter one if you wanted to. When I was first starting to wear makeup and like learn how to do eyeshadow and stuff, I would literally put that NYX Milk color. It was like a white underneath my brows and like continue on with my eyeshadow. But now I'm just doing a little bit more neutral tones. Excuse the noise in the back too. The kids are in there. They're watching TV right now. They're actually being calm. This online school has the kids crazy. Has me crazy, to be honest with you. Just trying to figure everything out, trying to help the kids. One of the kids' teacher was pissing me off. I don't know if anybody else has that issue going on with them. Yeah, it's been a roller coaster. You know, 2020 wasn't so bad though, honestly. I think could have been a lot worse. I know some bad stuff did happen, but I feel like I had a lot of good experiences. I learned some good lessons in 2020, and I kind of set myself up for 2021. So I'm hoping that this year is going to be really good. And you know, this is just life. This is just what it is. We're always going to be going through crazy periods, and crazy things are going to be happening. It's never just going to be smooth sailing, I don't think. And I think that's normal. So I'm just going to use this powder puff really quick, and I'm going to set the eye. I like to do this because it really helps to make a base for the eyeshadow. This way it's not like sticking. So I'm going to use this new Violet Voss All of You Forever palette. That's a cute name. This was in the January BoxyCharm box that I just got. So I did dip into this already, and I really love it. I'm going to use this big fluffy brush. This is just a blending brush from Unique. And I'm going to take the color Wink. Okay. And this is going to be my transition shade, so I'm just going to put it right above the crease and just blend in windshield wiper motions back and forth. When you're doing your transition, try to pick the shade that's closest to your skin tone in the palette, or any shade that you have. Try to pick the shade that's closest to your skin tone. This is really going to help when you blend the other colors in. This is going to be the first color that you want to put down. And the highest up to the brow bone. In the front, I like to even blend it into the front of the brow a little bit. Okay, then I'm gonna take Wishful, use the same blending brush, but I'm gonna keep it a little bit lower. So I'm gonna kind of tilt my head back and kind of go right above the crease, not quite into the crease, but right above the crease. Same kind of motions back and forth. I'm gonna kind of wing this up a little bit. And it could be as much or as little as you want. And I know I feel like I always use the same browns and, you know, but there's so many different shades of neutrals that you could use that this is just my color palette. I just love the neutrals. I love the browns. I love it. That's just my preference. And I'm being very light with this. I'm not like stabbing my eye. You don't want to go too heavy. This is why it's really helpful if you have really good brushes, or, you know, any kind of brushes. Especially these fluffy brushes really help. They make a big difference. So now I'm going to take a bit smaller brush. I'm going to go in with, this is a brush from Lavish. This is a tapered blending brush, and it's just a little bit smaller. And I'm going to go in with Endless Desire. And this one's going right into the crease. And this, I'm kind of just really keeping it in the crease. I'm not going to wing it out or anything. I just kind of want to keep it right here where I'm going. Kind of carving the crease out. Still blending up a little bit. Circular motions when I'm in the crease. So now I'm going to go in with a little bit of, oh, this is another blending brush, but it's much smaller. This is from Morphe too. And I'm going to go in with Charmed. It's just a deep brown. I love all the colors in this little palette. And this, I'm going to take it in the outer V. So tilt my head back, and then I'm going to kind of go like this here and this right here. And I'm only going to keep it right in the edge. I personally don't wear liquid liner anymore because I have hooded eyes. So for me, I would rather use kind of a deep brown, or even a black I could use just right in the corner, and kind of give the illusion of a winged liner, or like a more of a, you see how that made it look like more cat eye without using the liner. Because I feel like when I use a liner, it closes off my eye, and I don't like that. You could even tap it a little bit too. Sometimes I'll do that. Any motion that's gonna blend, really, that's the motion that you're gonna use. Make sure you're looking at both eyes. You want to try to keep both eyes very symmetrical as possible. So I'm going to bring this down too. So that's it for the eyes. I'm not going to do anything else to them. Now I'm going to add my mascara. I'm going to curl my lashes. So what I've been doing lately, I'm going to bring this mirror closer so I can be hands-free. Because I have longer eyelashes, I'm going to take a brush, a little bit of a thicker end of the brush, and I'm going to hold it like this so none of the mascara is going to hit my eyeshadow. This kind of looks funny, but I'm telling you it works. I always end up with mascara on the top of my lash, or the top of my, on my skin. I always end up with mascara on my skin. lashes on right now. Okay, so I'm gonna use my new J Styles lashes in the style Emerald. I'm gonna show you a little close up. This is what they look like. They're super fluffy, very pretty, very full. What I love about my own collection is that all of my lashes are very different. So one could be really thick and long, 5D for going out, you know, if you're doing pictures or something. And you know, this one's kind of like a middle ground. I feel like it's drying. What I'm gonna wanna do is I'm gonna take this black eyeliner and I'm gonna run it in the top of the waterline or the tight line, and this is just gonna blend the mink lash and the natural lash so you don't see gap. So when I put the lash, I'm gonna set it in the middle first, kind of wanting it to go upwards a little bit and get the full effect. And then I'm gonna push it into the front. Then what I like to do is take the tweezer and kind of blend them together. So now we're just gonna do some final touches. I'm gonna add blush. And I like more of like a pinky blush. So I'm actually using an eyeshadow. This is from the Spanglish palette. And I'm just gonna blend that. This is a highlighter brush, but I don't like to use it as highlighter. I think it gets really messy when you use it for that. But this is really nice, gives you like a really soft effect when you use it with blush. And then I think what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna add a little bit of inner corner highlight. I'm gonna use this one, again, this palette. And I'm gonna go ahead and use Major Spotlight, this right here. And I'm gonna take just this little unique crease brush. It's really small. And I'm gonna use it right here in the inner corner. This is a really pretty highlight. And then last but not least, I'm gonna use the gloss. This is a Jeffree Star Gloss, and this is in the color Diamond Juice. This is so pretty. I've been wearing this like every single day. It smells so good too. And what I like about this particular gloss is it actually lasts a good amount of time. Okay, so I just changed really quick and I'm just gonna kind of throw up a quick style. Kind of the same thing that I had. I'm just gonna put some dry shampoo in there. Give it a little bit of texture. Make sure you pull the bangs out. And then I'm kind of doing like a middle part. So I'm just gonna do a messy bun. Pull it all the way up. Grab it like this. And then swoop it around. And then I'm going to pull out the little pieces in the front. And there is a quick little messy bun. Get some Tresemme. I'm just gonna spray a little bit in the back because I get them little baby hairs. It's okay, I'm not too worried about it though. This is a good spray. You always want to put some big hoops on when you are wearing your hair up. I mean, I always try to put hoops on, but you know, it's a vibe. So I got this shirt, it says Angel. I got this shirt from Shein in case anybody was wondering, and this is the final look done for today. I'm gonna get ready to head out now. Thank you guys so much for watching. I really appreciate you guys, and don't forget to get on the website jayslife.org if you want these lashes, and also I'm doing lash kits, and there is 6 other styles that I have. Right now we're doing free shipping with the code LASHES. So guys, go ahead and go on and get your lashes. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see you on the next one. Bye.